Shimi! Hi. Okay, I'm gonna look at the paper, but I just wrote it last night. Shimi, Shimi. Wow, you are 13 years old, baby. I can vividly remember the day you were born. I walked to shul where people came up to me asking, why did you come to shul if you're overdue? Then we continued walking after shul to Bubby's for lunch, and my friend's husband said, who worked for the IRS, said, imagine if you give birth today, he'll be the tax baby. And lo and behold, you were born on April 15th, tax day in America, the 8th day of Pesach, which would have been Israel Chag if you were born here. At your Brit Milah, it was no surprise to anyone, I'm going to start crying, to anyone what your name is going to be. I could hear people whispering, we know what his name is going to be, Shimon Leib. You were the first Shimon Leib out of all the cousins to be named Shimon Leib after Saba. Sadly, you never met Saba, but I believe just as you have some of his physical DNA, you have a piece of his neshama in you. Saba was a miracle. He was born in a DP camp in Germany. DP stands for Displaced Persons. After the Holocaust, hundreds of thousands of Jews had no home, no place to go, so the UN, the United Nations, created this place for Jews to stay until they found a home. Saba had a lot of pressure and stress growing up as he was the only boy among 4 sisters. He was forced, but he went to the best yeshiva in Brooklyn called Chani in Berlin. Zadie wanted him to focus on his Judaic studies, but Saba loved sports, especially the Yankees. And it was extremely difficult for him to juggle both his yeshiva studies and his personal interests. But he did it. If someone now asked me, what do you remember of Saba, it would be his tefillin and Shabbat. The same 2 midot I see in you. When the day of putting on your tefillin at the kotel was approaching, we didn't know if the weather would permit us. It was called for rain and very frigid weather. But you said, I don't care how bad the weather is. I don't care if it's pouring rain. We're going to the kotel to put on tefillin. And that was Saba. Right after his open heart surgery, I remember him telling one of the nurses, someone needs to help me put on my tefillin. Shimi, I'm so amazed at you. Every Friday night, you go to Shabbat David, to David. You wait till the end to shake Rav Shlomo's hand to wish him a Shabbat Shalom. Shimi goes with our neighbor Ari Turk. He looks forward to going to shul. He gets all spiffed up. He gets dressed up really nice, does his hair really nice. I just love seeing how you prepare for Shabbat. Now, even though you may have a piece of Saba's neshama, you are your own person. Shimi has so much empathy for animals and people. I once showed a video to him from Facebook of a disabled dog that was looking for a home. He started crying that I said, no, we cannot bring the dog home. After that video, you can believe me that I never showed him any other videos of disabled dogs. When Shimi has a lot of empathy for people. When Shimi notices I'm stressed out, he'll say, Mommy, go to your room, go to work, go to your room and do whatever you need to do. Don't come out for the next hour. During that hour, Shimi is cleaning and organizing. Could be the kitchen, could be the living room. I come out with my hands over my eyes. Shimi doesn't let me take it off until we get to the room, and it is spotless. We're talking about not just the external, but inside the drawers too. I could go on and on about you, Shimi, about your chesed. Shimi, you are also a miracle. Hashem chose you with love. Do you remember Bobby? Do you remember that in her inner forearm she had numbers, like bluish numbers? Bobby went through the Shoah. When she was a young girl, she was separated from her father. The next day, Bobby and her mother and baby sisters were taken to Auschwitz. When they got to Auschwitz, they were separated by Mengele, a very, very evil person, and put into a house with other women. but she was separated again from her sisters and her mother. She asked the lady in charge, "Where are her parents? Where's my mom and dad?" Imagine a young girl separated by force, no mom, no dad. The woman pointed up towards a smokestack and said, "You stupid. You want to know where your parents are? That's what your parents are." You, Shimi, are a miracle. Everyone here sitting in Eretz Yisrael is a miracle. We have Eretz Yisrael. That's a miracle. My bracha to you is, may Hashem help you and give you the strength you need to accomplish what you want to do. May your love for doing the mitzvah that you have a kesher with feel like the first time each time, with that focus and excitement. When Shimi does something, he puts all of his kayach into it. And may that excitement spill onto all the mitzvot. May you see Hashem's love for you not only during the happy times, but also during the challenging times. I love you, Shalom Lev.